All right, you're welcome to the Pipsoclock weekly news review for the economic calendar for the week beginning October 7th on Monday all the way to Friday. And Friday is October 11th. Okay, so before we go into it, I want us to do a quick recap of what we did last week. And so I'll quickly go back to the calendar for last week. It's a non-farm payroll week, and there was something I pointed our attention to, and I say you should focus on, particularly for the non-farm payroll. I say you should look at this ADP employment change, that if it's positive, usually over 60, 70, 80% of the time, the NFP will be positive. And on Wednesday, it was positive, and the market reacted to it. But then we look at Friday. Friday non-farm payroll. Here is it. Where is it? Okay, non-farm payroll on Friday. I think you can find it somewhere around here. For this Thursday. Okay, this Friday rather. All right. So you see Friday, as non-farm payroll came out, you say it's positive. Far beyond the expectation, the consensus, right? And interestingly too, the employment rate also dropped. Unemployment rate rather dropped by 0.1%, which is very good for the dollar. So in this week now, this is for me going to define what we expect this week, particularly when you are trading the USD pairs and gold. Maybe some crypto, though crypto would have its demand of its own. But then, so let's come back to this week. So let's now look at what to expect. So on Monday 7th of October, the only major events that we're looking at there will be retail sales, retail sales at 10 a.m. GMT plus 1, Euro retail sales year on year. Okay, so that's the only major event. But then outside of that, everything on Monday should be technical. So you should focus on your technical analysis and trade, okay, what you see on the charts. Then on Tuesday, we will have the Reserve Bank of Australia RBA meeting minutes released at 1:30 a.m. That's another a major event around that time. So if you want to wake up to read it, then you could go ahead and do that. Then that's on Tuesday, right? Then we move on to Wednesday. So on Wednesday, remember that I'm focusing only on high impact events here, but don't ignore the medium impact because anything can happen. But then at least they could just help to boost whatever positions you hold a little bit. Okay, so on Wednesday at 2 a.m., we'll have the NZD, that's the New Zealand Reserve Bank of New Zealand, announcing the interest rate. And it's interesting because the forecast is already here at 4.7%. That means that they're going to cut interest rates by almost 50-point basis. 50-point basis. So from 5.25 to 4.75 is interesting. So it's really worth trading. It's really worth waiting for. And the policy statement will also be released at the same time for New Zealand from the RBNZ. Okay, so then at 19:00, that's 7 p.m. West African time, local time here, you have the FOMC minutes on Wednesday, another powerful mover. So you want to watch out for it. Traders of gold, traders of commodities, USD pairs, watch out for the FOMC minutes at 7 p.m. West African time on Wednesday. Then on Thursday by 1:30 p.m. you have this array of events from the US Consumer Price Index and both the core consumer price index and the regular consumer price index. So all of them are lined up there. And then the BOE, Bank of England Monetary Policy Report hearing will be held on the same Thursday, but the time hasn't been stated yet. So we just watch out for it so that you don't run into it. So probably as the days go by Wednesday, you should watch out to note the timing so you can plan along. Then on Friday, 7 a.m., harmonized index of consumer prices from Germany. That's for euro, trading the euro. And by 1:30, Canada net change in employment and unemployment rates will be released at 1:30 on Friday. That's a very, very major event for the USD card and other card pairs. Then, same time, the USD producer price index the Michigan, okay, that's 1:30 for producer price index, both the regular and the core. But then the one we're focusing on is the core producer price index year on year for the USD, and the Michigan consumer sentiment index will be released. That's for October. Will be released at 3 p.m. All right. So if you like, you could trade the numbers if you know how to, or you just mark your calendar and want to pause trading until after the release of these events. Then you can now resume your trading. But also remember that Friday, that's the last trading day of the week for currencies and metals. All right, so these are the events to focus on for the week. Now, if you want to check Forex Factory, you may check Forex Factory. In fact, if you check Forex Factory declared Monday low impact events, no high impact event on Forex Factory. Even the events for Monday, that's FX Street calendar points, that's the Euro retail sales year on year as a high impact event. Forex Factory rather marked it to be a very low impact event. But whatever be the case, just trade to win. Okay, so hope that this will help guide your decision making this coming week. That's this week from 7th of October all the way to the 11th. And meanwhile, go ahead and check on Monday for the market analysis, where we'll be using the charts to have and make our own predictions and forecast on what to expect from the various markets during this week. I appreciate you so much, and the Pipsoclock team has brought you this information, and we want to really wish you a very wonderful and profitable trading week. Trade